forthcoming tyranny. To hell with the false investigation. That is only a cover for personal motives. Such an inquisitor will not help the town. I hope Victor is at home. The hump is gone, and just the four arsonists are left. I guess I will finish the day quickly. There are only a few places left to go. And then I might do a separate video for this day, tacked on to the end, that is the other quests, but I'm not going to save them into my run. Because I generally don't like to make the trade-off. So here we are at Victor's.
She is sentenced. This is her last chance. That means she will play a malicious game and will not leave witnesses.
He's talking about the Inquisitor there. You see, Barack, how unexpected is the turn of the wheel of fate. What strange coincidence, if it is a coincidence at all. Why is it that instead of the experienced Orf, instead of the resolute Karminski, they sent Aglaja Lilik? Why is it so surprising? First of all, it is surprising because Aglaja Lilik is my deceased wife's sister. We could think ourselves lucky were it not for the ancient hatred that the two sisters felt toward each other, regardless of the great difference in age. A terrible, irreconcilable hate that isn't forgotten even after the elder sister's death. Coincidence? I'm afraid Aglaja has too many personal interests here apart from duty, and all these personal interests don't mean any good for us. I presume Aglaja Lilik regards this expedition as an opportunity for revenge. Against who? Against my wife and her elder sister. Against what is left of her. To be more precise, who would allow the Inquisitor to use his mission for personal revenge? Not who, but what. Despair will. And it has been exposed not long ago that Aglaja Lilik has been sentenced to death. For too great a love for intrigue, by the way. It is only a miracle that can save her from the scaffold. It is easy to fall in such a state. How could they assign a mission like this to her, then? I presume there can be three versions. First, my informer is wrong. Second, she came here all by her own will, having eliminated the real Inquisitor and illegally attaining another's powers on her way here, the more so if she has nothing to lose. However, that is too fatalistic. What about the third? What about the third? The third is the most probable. Perhaps the authorities have given Aglaja Lilik one last chance to rehabilitate, so they sent her on an almost impossible mission. The more so because she is in great personal danger here. This version is probably the best for us, but the worst for you. Why? Because, my friend, she doesn't need competition. The Inquisitor's task is to find an extraordinary decision to an almost unsolvable problem. It must be so unusual and effective that it should excuse any liberties that they may be up to, whilst in the process of finding that decision. You, however, have deprived Aglaja of the chance to prove her competence, and I'm afraid she already knows about it. I am no competitor for her. What of your panacea? The Bachelor told me you have one more tiny step to make, and you will be victorious. That is a decision for the problem, is it not? It seems, were it not for the regrettable problems that the Dr. Rubin encountered, for which we are to blame, the panacea would have been ready by now, would it not? No, that is not true. Well, then you can go to see the Inquisitor with a clean conscience. You won't be able to avoid this meeting, unless, of course, you were to wish to run away and escape. I will not wish that. She's probably in the cathedral by now. I only have to wish you luck. Fate has been so gracious to you lately that, perhaps, it might continue to please you with its abundant gifts. If you enter the cathedral, I am even prepared to rate your chances of survival as 3 to 7. I hope so. I always love it, the way that everybody talks. Situations. So opinionated. So biased. Our executors are gone, and here...
They have grown, and I have bothered them.
Great is the power of one's over others, isn't it? Who can stay free these days? Each one of us is a pawn in another's game. Each one of us is blind and deceived. Let's see. It isn't that easy to deceive a man. Who, for example, I say instead. This proud bachelor who had just been speaking to me believed in his freedom more than anything else. However, my worst fears are coming true. He was nothing more than a toy in the hands of the authorities. He sent an arrow at a worthy target, only for it to strike him in the back. I didn't expect to find the Inquisitor in such an anxious state of mind. It is foul to go around with others' honor. I know who needs such games. Those who have disposed of my fate will deal with the fate of the other emissaries in the same way. One of them has played his part. The other is preparing for his show. I can hear his battalions clanking weapons. So the Inquisitor stands between the science and the destroyer.
So, you are already on the threshold of my future opening?
What has the one who goes by the name of Haruspex, Hierophant and Ripper, come here for? I wanted to introduce myself. Seems that is unnecessary. Oh.
How many crows gathered above the town?
I wanted to tell you what purpose all my deeds served. How interesting, and what is the purpose? Speak. I am currently terribly interested in the problems of self-determination. Judging by how I've been treated, I have become negligent of such problems too early. I thought this was going to be an interrogation. Turns out this is a confession. Contrary, you received an invitation from your father to his personal funeral. On arrival, you found out that he has been killed, having discerned that you gained his possessions and heritage, along with an obligation to preserve some creature, as yet unknown to you, by means of the panacea. Secondly, you received a warning about the inevitable sacrifice you were to make. Is that true? Sure. So they made you invent the panacea? An unexpected move. Made me, that was my decision. The circumstances led you to it. You think the invention of the panacea is to be your destiny? And do you actually think you were the one to make up this concept? What am I to blame for? Oh, no one is to blame here. You aren't to blame for anything. The authorities lied to you. This is a setup. Who led you in this direction? Who played such an evil role in your life? You are a pawn in their nonsensical hands. You are the execution weapon of another person. I do as I see fit. I choose my way. If somebody gains profit from my decisions for their intrigue, let it be. You are cold-blooded, all right. Or don't I understand the obvious? Human, listen. You have been used as a toy, or don't you believe the facts that I have at my disposal due to my profession? Should I prove this to you? If somebody wishes to make my game a part of theirs, that is on their conscience. I'm responsible for my part. A worthy answer. Yes, its main value is the fact that it's honest. Strange, but this simple thought never crossed my mind. Is it really that simple? Being yourself isn't simple. Sure. Incredible. Let me take a closer look at you. Perhaps fate sent you to me. Wait, I need to think. I'm not in a hurry. Yes, here's my decision. Go to the bachelor told me that you need a hybrid of a man and a bull. I have a theory. Go to the abattoir. The opening should obey. All entrances and exits are open due to my arrival. I see. Those who survived after the apiary blockade are returning there. Use this circumstance. Go to Oyan, the elder. Ask him about the aurochs. Demand of him to give you a part of the bull that, according to my sources, has been slain yesterday. Go. What's the change of face for? Go until it is too late. Okay, I don't understand what happened just now, but I'm on my way. Okay, so we got a part of what we need for the ending.
There is the order, from time immemorial, predetermined by the Providence, owing to which all goes as it should, in the way foreordained in advance.
Why are you giving me that look? I always give people such looks. Okay, so we're on our way to the abattoir. I'm gonna cut the video here, so Stay tuned for more Pathologic. This might get cut onto another video, but yeah, I'll be back.